they should cleanse themselves, and that they should come and keep the gates to sanctify the Sabbath day.
Wow. Oh my
Then
goodness.
Nehemiah says, remember me, O my God, concerning this also, and spare me according to thy to the greatness of thy mercy. See, when Nehemiah was going about instituting things that would reform the Jews and bring them back into the things that they should be doing, he would stop and he would pray to God and say, God, remember me. You know, have mercy upon me. Thank you for, you know what to me it's like he's saying, I thank you that you showed it to me and I was able to show it to them. Because what if he didn't know the word of God like that? What if he didn't have that relationship going there? He could have did what the rest of the leaders did. He could have turned the, eye the other way and act like, okay, oh well, maybe they just
stay right there in the temple.
He threw him out. He threw Tobiah out of the temple.
That's right.
And that's what we got to do.
Gonna lay hands on them.
So appointing Levites as guards. If the Levites are guards, then what should we be? All right, Nehemiah had earlier stationed some of his own subordinates to guard. Nehemiah was the governor. Ezra was the priest. Nehemiah was the governor. Look at the governor and what he's doing. What does that say about out there going on?
Godly leadership.
Yes. Yes. Oh my Lord. We gotta pray. We gotta pray.
For them.
We gotta pray for our government. We got to pray for those that are in positions of leadership. We got to pray for the mayor. We got to pray for the governors. We got to pray for the congressmen and women. We got to pray. We got to pray for the president. We must pray for them. If God can take the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord, he can turn it whatever way he wants to.
Amen.
He can take one of us and clean us and wash us and fill us. He can do the same thing for them.
That's right. Yeah.
Nehemiah had earlier stationed some of his own subordinates to guard the gates on the Sabbath. Now he went further. Every seventh day, the gates were in the hands of the Levites. He gave them some responsibility. The recognized religious leaders of that nation, of the nation, he put the responsibility where the responsibility should be. But he didn't just put it in their hands. He told them to cleanse themselves first. See, you don't come in a spiritual position without first being cleansed. There's an order to what God is doing. Just like I said at the beginning of the Sunday school lesson. I said, God spoke to Moses, told Moses, go tell Pharaoh to let my people go so that they could do what? So that they could worship me in the wilderness. You know, God, he has a plan. He said, you know what? Let them go. That means I need you to come out from around the enemy. I don't need the enemy in you. I don't need you in the enemy. Let's get you away from the enemy, clean you up a little. And then I tell you what, that little process when they went through the Red Sea, it was like a nice little washing that they went through, even though the water never touched them. And he said, I'm going to take you out away from the enemy. I'm going to wash you up. And then I'm going to sit you in the middle of the wilderness so you can learn how to function when you're around a bunch of crap you don't need to be around before you get to your promised land. Because if you don't learn how to function with the enemy in your territory, you're going to wind up right back sinking in what you should be walking on. Okay? So Nehemiah ended with this. With a brief prayer, remember me, O my God, concerning this also, and spare me according to thy greatness, to the greatness of thy mercy. And that, I had a whole bunch of other notes, but it's getting late.